going to take one of these cute little bullets and put it right in you.
You will do nothing of the kind.
I wonder what medal they'll give me. Maybe the Congressional Medal of Honor for ridding America of its number one snake.
Wait a minute. Nothing happened.
Oh, shut up.
I'm a widow. My husband just died 2 weeks ago. He was just keeping me company.
Look, I put up with this man and his lies long enough. It's about time I do myself and every other woman in town a favor.
Give me the gun.
Let go!
Give me the gun. Give it to me.
Stop! Let go!
Reagan, pick up the gun.
Let go! Let go!
Pick up the gun.
Go of me! Let go! Let go!
No!
Give me that gun! No! I said give me that gun! No! Let it go! No! Give it to me! Give it!
You shot her. Don't feel a pulse.
Oh, God, she's dead. She's dead, and I killed her.
We gotta do something. We gotta call somebody.
Right. Maybe we should call an ambulance. Oh, God.
An ambulance, for God's sakes, the woman is dead! I'm thinking about calling the police.
Oh, God. The police?
Raven, that's what we do in a situation like this. Someone has been shot.
Oh, man. I didn't mean for this to happen. Look, she pulled the trigger herself. I didn't do it. Oh, God. I didn't mean for this to happen. I didn't have any choice. I didn't have any choice.
Boy, if this isn't something else.
Hey, you like it, huh?
This place looks as crummy as it did when I was stationed here as a rookie.
You were here?
Yeah, they sent all the rookies here. They figured if you could survive this dump, you could get through anything.
Why'd they finally close it down?
The Board of Health, I think. Who are those guys?
Oh, well, these guys are actors. They're here for window dressing.
Don't you think it might be a little dangerous bringing outsiders in on this gag?
Well, Smiley isn't too worried.
Where is he?
You didn't hear what happened? I mean, that woman who owns the penthouse, she came back suddenly and he had to rush out of here and head her off at the hotel.
Now, how do you manage to do that?
Well, he made her believe that Johnny was with him.
I see. And has the, murder taken place yet?
May have taken place right now.
Ah, sure, and you got the 9th Precinct, Sergeant O'Malley. Could I have that name again, sir? Halliday, yes, yes. Could you spell that for me? Yes, that's Halliday. Yes, sir. Now, could you tell me what happened?
Yes. There's been a shooting. Someone has been killed.
It's you.
Well, I hope I'm not disturbing you, Nora.
You were gone so long, I thought you were planning to spend the whole night out.
I take it Mrs. Whitney isn't home.
You left here in quite a hurry. It must have been for something very interesting.
I've got some advice for you, Nora. You better get over these prying habits of yours. They're going to get you in big trouble someday.
Well, you've got some bad habits, too, like secrecy. You're always walking around with a mask on your face.
I'll go into my room.
You know, maybe you think you have a cushy job here, but if Mrs. Whitney knew how you behave behind her back.
What about the way you behave? You're making yourself quite at home here. You're drinking her wine,
You're up to something, Spencer, I can tell, and I'll bet you've got a good reason for your secrecy.
All right, Nora. I can tell you're not going to give up until that curiosity of yours is satisfied.
I'm just protecting Mrs. Whitney. You're always yapping about loyalty. Well, I'm practicing what you preach.
I have a sick friend.
What?
You heard me. A good friend of mine is very ill, and sometimes his illness is unpredictable. That's why I left so quickly.
Do you expect me to believe that you're a good Samaritan?
You believe what you like. I'm telling the truth. Good night.
Hi, Kelly.
Hi, folks.
Pardon me, I'm just finishing up here.
Okay.
How was your dinner, Kelly? Nancy tells me that Valerie offered you a home-cooked meal tonight.
Yeah, it wasn't bad for a photographer.
Oh?
I'm just kidding, really. No, it was really a fantastic meal. It really was.
But I gather you didn't stay for seconds. I expected you home later tonight.
No, I have to get up early tomorrow. I'm interviewing some more prospective hostesses for the children's show at 9 a.m. in the morning.
Oh, yes, Geraldine told me that you're having a problem finding somebody who will appeal to the audience as well as the children.
Yeah, and since I'm director of children's programming, I got to come up with a new hostess soon.
Well, if I have any inspirations, I'll let you know.
Thanks.
I have one. How about Nancy herself?
Oh, wait. Oh, no. I love children, but I...
And they're crazy about you, so...
Mike, my editor is already telling me he thinks I'm spreading myself too thin. That's why I brought this work home tonight.
Oh, Ness, I'm sorry. Did your editor give you homework?
Lots.
Oh, who in the heck is this?
The subject of the story.
He looks pretty sinister.
He is kind of sinister. Or I should say was. His name is Lucky Mitchell. You may have read his obituary.
Yes, I did. That was on the front page, too, wasn't it? He was supposed to be some kind of gangster or something?
Well, that doesn't do him justice. He was kind of an overlord of the underworld in this territory.
Nancy, what are you doing writing about him?
Oh, well, I report on crime. It's my job.
And she does it very well, too.
I know that, but Nancy is so graceful and charming, you'd almost expect her to be writing a social column or something.
Or interviewing kids on television.
Oh,
Good
wait.
idea.
Hold it. Oh, there is something that I forgot to tell you.
What?
I do have a rather interesting interview scheduled for tomorrow. I'm meeting the new overlord, Mr. Eddie Lorimer.
Detective Calvin Stoner, Monticello PD. You Mr. Halliday?
Yes, sir.
Did you report a shooting?
Yes. There's the body.
Have you called for medical assistance?
No, she's dead.
Sergeant,
Yes, sir.
go downstairs and call for an ambulance.
Yes, sir.
No, she's dead, all right.
Oh, Calvin.
Raven, what are you doing here?
Man, I'm so glad it's a friend.
I'm afraid I'm here as a police officer, not as a friend, if that is what you really consider me. Mr. Halliday, what happened here? Who is this lady?
That's Jinx Avery.
Avery, Jinx Avery. Oh, yeah. She's, working with that theater group, the one run by Jim Dietrichson, right?
Yes.
You involved in that?
Yes, I am.
Is that the murder weapon?
Yes.
Well, we'll just leave it where it is for now. Mr. Halliday, did you shoot Miss Avery?
No, I did not.
Well, then who? Raven, you didn't do this.
Yes, I did, but it was an accident, Calvin. This woman came in with a gun, and she was going to shoot Lance.
So you shot her instead?
No. They were struggling for the gun over there, and it flew over here, and I picked it up, but I did not shoot her. She pulled the trigger herself.
Oh, so you're telling me this was a suicide?
No. We were struggling for the gun, and it just went off. But it wasn't murder.
Yeah, well, that remains to be determined. But what it is homicide, and I'm afraid, lady, you're gonna have to come with me.
Oh, Switzerland. Oh, that seems like a long time ago. School. Daddy's clinic. San Moritz.
I know what the problem is. You're afraid to fly.
I have flown before.
Ah, yes, but not in a private jet. All alone with the pilot.
Well, what about your friend Jeff Brown? Why don't you ask him?
Well, that's an easy one to answer because I would much rather have you as my passenger.
I really can't, Sky. But thank you for the invitation.
Sometimes I think you turn down too many of my invitations.
And you know why, don't you? You ask me to do things I'm not ready to do.
Or maybe it's just that you don't find me appealing.
I didn't say that. And you know very well that I like you. But you expect too much of me.
Maybe you expect too little of yourself.
But Sky, look at me. What do you see?
I see a very attractive...
No, 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 no. I don't want any flattery. That's not what I mean.
I see a beautiful young woman.
Young. That's the important word here.
Come on, you're old enough to take a drink. You're old enough to fly.
That's what you think. If my father knew what I was doing...
Oh. Come on, a few drops of brandy, that's no big deal.
But what I'm trying to say... If you think that I've been pretending to be what I am...
You mean the shy, sheltered young woman?
It's not a pose, Sky. That's what I am. Maybe that's why you're so interested in me. Girls like me are a challenge to men like you, aren't they? It's a game you like to play.
Hey, that's unfair.
No, I think it's true. You'd like to see if you could change me. See if you're charming enough.
Do you want to hear the truth?
Yeah. And not something that just sounds like the truth.
No. No, this is right from my heart. You're right. That is the way things started out for me. I mean, I have played games with young women before, but somewhere along the line, things changed.
How?
I don't know. It was just no longer a game or a contest. It became serious.
Are you sure this isn't just a change of tactics?
No. I don't know. I guess there's no way for me to prove that I'm being serious. But maybe there is.
How?
Maybe there is one way that a man can prove that he is serious.
I can't imagine what you mean.
And I can't imagine that I could actually do it.
Do what?
Propose marriage.
Sky, don't tease me.
No, no. No, I'm not teasing. And maybe that's just what I'll do when we get to Zurich.
I wonder if you really meant that, Skylar Whitney. I guess I'll never know now.
Funny.
Okay, guys, this is it. Get ready. They're bringing in our pets.
I thought her name was Raven. What?
Okay, Ziggy, you stay there. Bill, you go over to the... Yes, all right. Charlie, that's right. You go there. Stand next to the typewriter, Charlie, okay? All right, okay, all right. Break a leg, guys.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Hector,
What?
you're not safe.
Oh. Ow, oh, gosh.
Ah, Stoner. What have you got there?
Homicide, O'Malley. The lady's here for questioning.
Awfully pretty for a homicide, but you never know these days. All right, ma'am, what's your name?
Mrs. Raven Whitney.
Whitney? You any relation to that guy
Just write it down, O'Malley.
All right. All right. Address?
The Whitney Mansion.
And age?
Is that necessary?
Well, it's just for the record, ma'am.
Now, could I please go?
Raven, you don't seem to understand. A homicide has been committed, and you have admitted the responsibility.
I told you it was not my fault.
Well, there are still a lot of questions you're going to have to answer. Now, you've got the right to remain silent, and you've also got the right to have an attorney present. And under the circumstances, I suggest you do just that.
An attorney. This is serious, isn't it?
Yes, Raven, this is very serious.
Well, I do have a lawyer. His name is Ainsworth.
Is he a criminal lawyer?
No, he's an estate lawyer. I suppose that won't do, will it?
No, I would suggest you get somebody with criminal background.
Well, Cliff Nelson's the only one I know, but I would never call him.
Why not?
Because he's a jerk, that's why. But I can't think of anybody else.
Well, I've got his number in my book, if you'd like to have it.
I suppose so.
All right, the sergeant will dial it for you.
Sure. Let's see.
I'm ready.
Ah, Mr. Nelson. Sergeant O'Malley, 9th Precinct. I've got a Mrs. Raven Whitney here for you.
Hello, Cliff.
Raven, what are you doing down at the police station?
Oh, Cliff, the most incredible thing has happened. I just shot somebody. I think you know her. She's in the acting group. Her name is Jinx Avery.
You just shot Jinx Avery?
Yes, but it wasn't my fault. It was an accident.
Raven, look, why did you call me? You just fired me. You always said I was incompetent.
Because I couldn't think of anybody else. Now, please, please, Cliff, you have to help me. I don't know what to do, please.
All right, okay. If you're begging me, I'll get over there as soon as I can. I gotta get dressed, though.
Just hurry, will you?
Yeah, sure, I'll hurry.
She called you. She called you.
Well, we're gonna have to get ready.
Back.